and welcome to this episode of MikeyKaos716 Game Fails. And I'm starting today with Alice Madness Returns, not with a game fail, but an actual me fail. This game is kind of an extension and redoing of the story of Alice in Wonderland, and Alice has returned to Wonderland for the second time in this game, and I'm at a point where I've taken the potion that can shrink, allows me to shrink. As you can see, I walked off a cliff there. But I've taken a potion that allows me to shrink, and when it does, it allows you to see things on the wall, like a blacklight effect. And as you can see there, there's things glowing. Sometimes there's instructions and all that. And I've wandered over towards rocks, and I've phased into the rocks. Well, that's usually a sign of something. That's not a fail. That's usually a sign that there's something there that needs to be explored. Yeah, if I had just shrunk myself and followed the clues, I probably would have found something there. So that's not a game fail, that's a me fail. Next on GTA 5, I am on a VIP mission. And see that car that is circled? Well, that car is going to have a little bit of a problem here. As it's driving up the street, I'm just getting in the correct lane. That car that's in front of me has decided to make its own road and drive right into a light post. When they say the AI are getting dumber, the AI really are getting dumber. Speaking of AIs having problems with the road, still in GTA 5, I'm doing a business resupply mission and I'm getting ready to take out any potential enemies that are showing up that are going to try to stop me from getting my supplies back to the company, to my business. And when I determine that nobody is actually coming, I get back in the van, and there's going to be a truck that comes by right there. Now watch this truck as we're going up the road. There's no shooting, there's no enemies, there's no aggravated AI. There's nothing going on here except a nice drive along the valley road. Well, this guy just kind of smoked it over the edge. Still up in GTA 5, we have another vehicle that again has lost its way. Yeah, this is kind of a theme here. It's making me scratch my head as to how bad these vehicles are. As you can see, I've got a shotgun out and I'm shooting, and after a while, I'm going to actually stop, which is important, which is the important part in this. So, see, I've put my shotgun away and I'm just driving along. Maybe I shouldn't have the police lights and siren on, I don't know, but I'm just driving along. I don't have any weapons drawn or anything out, and all of a sudden, you're just going to see a car that has decided to take an interesting path and is making an interesting life choice. As it starts wobbling, it's the car right in front of me now. It starts wobbling and drives right into the guardrail. Nothing touched it. Nobody. I don't know. Again in GTA 5, again a vehicle tracking issue. Again. This time it's the Los Santos police. Now we know how good of a job they do when I've featured them before for driving into things, but I don't know if I've ever seen anything as blatant as this. So I call Lester, get the cops off of me, so that way I can remove the wanted level. Go along on my merry way. And a police car is going to drive by right behind me, and it's coming up. It's okay right there. That police car there. All of a sudden, I hear a crash into the barrier. Yeah, those two officers just crashed their car into a cement K-rail and have decided to get up and walk away like nothing happened. These AI are just, I don't know what they're doing. Sticking with GTA 5 as I'm leaving my apartment, I call my mechanic to get a vehicle. He delivers me my vehicle. A blue Dominator just shows up in the middle of the road. You know how the mechanic does it. So I'm walking out there as I'm calling my mechanic. He's going to drop off the car. And the AI are going to have a little bit of a problem with this. And when I say a little bit of a problem, it's going to be something I don't know if I've seen happen on its own without any kind of collision or anything. So I'm running out to my Dominator right there, the blue one right there, and that white car is just going to have a problem. Notice how it just stopped right next to me, and then it just vanishes. Pops out of existence. Next up is Forza Horizon 5, and we're going to have an interesting issue with game loading in, namely on the race title screen. Now, luckily, this doesn't have an effect on the actual start of the event lab, but I'm not sure I'm supposed to be loading in right under the surface I'm driving on. Not sure that's a thing. It wouldn't work. Luckily, it put me in the right place afterwards, but still, it's just kind of odd that a game that's a year and a half old has these kind of issues. Again, sticking with Forza Horizon 5, and this time I'm going to be in the Hot Wheels map. And I have to change some settings because I just tried to put the difficulty settings down to tourist so that way I can get through a Forzathon single event point race. So I put it back to highly skilled. And there's going to be an issue again loading up the grid. This time, my Volkswagen is going to push another Volkswagen up to its position in the grid. Sticking with Forza Horizon 5, and a new little touch on the vehicle jump glitch. And this is actually going to be a 2-for-1, as both of these vehicles that you see here, both these trucks, are involved. First, I'm going to push this silver, looks like it's a Mercedes-Benz. So, silver Mercedes up, turn it around. It's going to find its path. It's going to try to jump through like it normally does when it's under the path it's supposed to be driving on. And first one hits the overpass. Second time hits the overpass. Is it going to try it again? Yes, it's going to try it again. And this time it's actually going to phase itself through the overpass and get back on the highway it's supposed to be on. Now we're going with the other truck. We're playing around with the other truck. This one's going to have a little bit of a problem. It's, as you can see, it's jumping again on its own. This time it's stopped because it's off of where it's supposed to path. The Silverado's just having a little bit of an issue. Somehow no, I will make a little bit of a collision with it, and it sorts out its issue because it's back close to where it's supposed to be, so it knows to drive again. So it's going to make a second jump, and it's going to clunk the overpass. It's going to get driving again, and this jump is going to be normal, just clunk the overpass, fall back down. Well, third time, it's going to jump up in the overpass. It's not going to phase through. It's actually going to fall and hit the support and fall and land on its roof. So I'm not really sure what's going on with the AI traffic and vehicles, but this has gotten downright ridiculous. So that is it for today. As we can see, games are definitely a lot of fun. Don't seem to really know what they're doing, but yeah, that is it for today. So until next time, bye.